Your resume is the single most important document that you're going to write. It is your communication tool with the employer. And there are a number of factors that are involved in your resume that are important to discuss. First, believe it or not, and I can understand why, but it's okay to have a two-page resume. I mean, if you have 15 years of experience, you certainly can't squeeze it into one page. Here's another thing to think about. It's going to be read by software. Does software care if it's 2 pages? I don't think so. And besides, you owe that to yourself to be able to document your experiences. The other thing is, keep your resume simple. You want the font to be 11 or larger, not itty bitty, because human resource managers aren't even going to read it if it's too small. It needs to have generous margins, easy to read. Another thing that's very important is you want to front load the most important information. The reason why you want to front load the most important information is because of the fact that human resource managers are only going to read really the first part of your resume and maybe the last 3 jobs, and they're going to skim the rest. You want it to look its best so that you can slow them down. Most human resource managers skim a resume very quick. If you can slow them down just a little bit, you're doing yourself a huge favor. You want to be able to quantify your results. You don't want to say increase sales. You want to say increase sales by over 50%. Quantifying your resume, providing benefits to the employer, causes them to pause, as I said, causes them to slow down, causes them to think, hey, wait a minute, if this person did it at this company, maybe they can do it at our company. You want to use action words. You want to bring it alive. And the reason why you want to use action words is so that your resume breathes and shows how much you know. In other words, you want to say accomplished or created or words that are like that. And by the way, there's a list of words that we're going to provide that are action words for you. The other thing is, it's important to leave your personal life out of it. They don't need to know things like your social security number or when you were born or things like that. They don't need to know it. The other thing is, you want to edit tremendously, mercilessly, however you say it. You want to get rid of all of the non-essential words. You want to be direct and to the point, because again, they don't have a lot of time and they're going to want to read it, and they're going to want to read it as quickly as possible. But again, if you've slowed them down, then you've done your job. The other thing is, only put the things on the resume that you're comfortable with. And what I mean by that is, if there is a task that you hated, like for me, I can't balance a checkbook. Okay, so if I were applying for a financial position, I wouldn't put balance a checkbook on it, because God help us if I ever got a job where I had to balance a checkbook. Number one, I hate it, and number two, I can't do it. So you don't want to put something on your resume that you're uncomfortable with. Again, like I said earlier, you want to make it user-friendly, large margins, etc. Finally, you want to remember the one-screen rule, and what that is when an employer calls up your resume, they're only going to be able to see one screen. And what that is that your contact information, that's your career summary, and it's your areas of expertise, those keywords that are so critical. So you got to make it great, because if you don't make it great, if you don't make it outstanding, if the employer doesn't slow down, and if they're not attracted to your resume, guess what? They're going to go on to the next one. If you would like examples of the type of resumes that I'm talking about, please go to Job Searching University. Thank you very much.